on. Okay, so I'm back on. Let's just hope that my computer is not overheating too much. Is it still looking all right when I do this? Yeah, I guess that you need to... Let me see. Yeah, it is live. It is live. But maybe you need to search by using the...
Now there's a live stream.
So it's alive again. Okay, and the voice should be all right. So I guess that this is a mic that I'm supposed to use. This one here. Okay, so you hear me through this mic. I hope so. So the voice is loud and clear. Okay, good. Are you checking that as well? So it looks all right? Okay, good, good. So we'll see. Okay, but we're here now. So we are in the lectures. So lectures will be on Mondays, and you can follow the lectures using this YouTube option. Of course, I don't know if it's going to work out this bad like the beginning of today, but of course, when you get started something practically brand new tool set, it's take a while to learn it. So I will keep you posted, meaning that I will let you know whether I will keep on using the YouTube or we're going to switch on to another system. Another system that I've been using in the previous years is actually Adobe Connect Pro. Not so great, but will do the job. Okay, so please consider to subscribe me. I have already 9 people that subscribe me, including my family, so it's like 4 outsiders, so not bad. So if I get 10 subscribes, there's going to be special spot broadcast, I believe. 100, if I get 100, then there's going to be something special. More equations, perhaps. You never know. That's why you don't know it, because it will be special broadcasting. Okay, but please consider to subscribe me. And then there's another channel that I set up during the weekend. Another channel is entitled as a Multi-Body System Dynamics in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. The title kind of implies that I'm explaining the whole deal of the multi-body system dynamics, which is this course, within 15 minutes. Unable to do so, but it sounds awesome. I mean, the title sounds awesome. It's going to be more recordings than just 15 minutes. But check that. And when there is a reading assignment, and when there is a, something that prepares yourself to next coming or the upcoming lecture, highly recommended to follow Multi-Body System Dynamics in 15 minutes. And my rap name in YouTube is a Professor X. So don't get surprises. So it's me, Professor X. That's because of the rap and everything. So soon I'm going to introduce you to how we're going to use the, the rap signals different ways. Not this week, because you're not yet in a family, but next week you will be. And then I will tell you how it's going to happen for you. Okay, tutorials. Stay tuned. We will let you know. So we will keep you posted. So we don't know what's going to happen to that, because we need to obviously organize our students to this group somehow. Typically it goes in such the way that you pick the one you like the most. But now the problem is that there are 2 tutorials that are on very early morning at 8 o'clock on Wednesday and on Thursday. So most probably the crowd will be not so bad in those tutorials. Whereas the one that is in Friday from 10 to noon, probably very crowded. That's my prediction. So typically it goes such the way that you go there and you see if there's a room. If not, you pick another group. Tutorials are not mandatory. So you go if you feel you need it. If you feel that you don't need it, don't go. Lectures are not mandatory. I'm not checking who is checking my streaming or recordings. I don't care how you learn. You learn it, I'm going to be happy. If you're not going to learn it, you're not going to be happy, I'm not going to be happy either. Alright? So then, tutorials. So there's going to be a total of 12 weeks of tutorials. The first one will be next week. Not this week, but next week. And there's going to be 6 guided modeling tasks starting from next week, and the one that is right after midterm exam. Then there's going to be week 45 to 48. That will be to complete your simulation assignment. You don't know what that is about, but I will tell you a little later. Okay, then for Jedi students, this is none of you guys that are here in the audience, but those ones that are watching recordings and streamings. There's going to be intensive tutorials in October 22nd and October 23rd for Jedi students, and for Mech/LX students, Wednesday, October 24th, and Thursday, October 25th. Not valid for you guys. Okay, we're going to use Atoms and Mevia software in the tutorials, and for Finnish students that are holding a bachelor degree, it's recommended to complete the mechanics and mechatronics courses. What do you really need this course is an attitude. Kind of the attitude, can-do attitude. I will make this happen, no matter what. That's all that is needed. You do have all the mathematics, and if not, I will provide you the link that you can kind of refresh your mind about the mathematics. This is going to be smooth, pleasant course. Okay? By the way, any comments or questions so far? I'm sure you're looking for this slide. How is it your grading will be? I guess you are not really interested about that because this course is for your life, not about your gradings. Correct. A little bit about the gradings too. Okay, so the gradings goes in such a way that there are two mandatory items. 2 items you must take. Rest you can either take it or leave it. It's up to you. So the first mandatory item is a written exam. Have to do that. You cannot pass the course if you skip the written exam. How that will work out, I will explain that to you in the following slides. But it's graded from 0 to 5. 0 meaning failed. Everything from this on will be failed. So if you failed one of these mandatory items, your course is done. So you need to come again next year, which typically never happens. We try to be as flexible as possible. Just to give you an example, there is a simulation assignment. You can even return that late. It will affect your grading, but you still have that opportunity. Well, the simulation, there's a written exam. You have what it is 3 attempts to do the written exam, and then there's online exams, which is very highly recommended. I recommend you to take that. We will get back to details in very soon today, and then a little later when we are approaching the exam. And then weekly homework, not mandatory, recommended, highly recommended. Do it. Do that every week. The in-class quizzes, again, highly recommended. The only way to participate in class quizzes is to install that Socrative app and follow either the stream or be physically available here in the lecture room. Those are the only choices. And that's again, because I know for a fact that you're never going to ask anything from me. I already know that. I can tell you from your face. Even when I explain the most difficult concept and asking, is this clear? Yes, clear. It's always clear. And I don't trust you. That's why this typically when I'm explaining something a little complicated, the next slide I'm asking, okay, how it is? Answer to me. And then you will see something very surprising, because even if I explain the simplest thing in this planet, and when there is a next slide that is an in-class quiz, we never ever get the 100% success rate. We'll see if it's going to happen this year, but it's very difficult. Okay, now do the math. So you can take from 0 to 5 from written exam. So say you're scoring 5, you're an outstanding student, and you can score 5 out of the written exam. Then you're very good in a simulation assignment. That's going to be 1 extra point. So what it is now? 6. Correct. Okay? Then you do the weekly homework, 0.25. In-class quiz is acceptable, 0.25. 6.5, which will be rounded up, 7. 7 will be your final grade, except that it will not be 7. Because, the maximum, this works in a scale 0 to 5. 5 is a maximum. Think about this. Because if you're scoring 7 out of this course, I would think that that's, not a nice accomplishment, but more like wasting time and energy. Why? Because you cannot get the 5 to your curriculum. It's going to be you cannot get 7. The maximum is 5. So work in a way that you're scoring high, but don't work too much. Okay? We have a deal. Okay? Written exam. 2 alternative ways to do that. So there is 2 online exams. That's going to be highly recommended. Definitely my recommendation. So that will be in week, hold on. So week 43 and week 50. You will have 2 attempts. So not the single attempt you do, but you have, first of all, you will have week time to do your exam. And during this week time, you can make 2 attempts. So you're logging the system that I will explain a little later. What's the system? You do the exam. Once you're done with your exam, the number will come to your screen. Say that you do your first midterm exam, first attempt. It says 1 out of 5. And you are heavily disappointed. Oh my God, 1 out of 5. No worries. You go back to your books and videos and lectures and notes and whatever. You keep on studying until the end of the week. And you make another attempt. This time you're scoring 4 out of 5. Very nice. But now you know the name of the game already. So when you're approaching the next midterm exam, you study like no limit. Absolutely no limit. You go there, you score 5 out of 5. Awesome. So we do the math. So it's going to be 4.5, which will be rounded up. So it's 5 out of the written exam part. So that's how it works. Okay. If you insist not to use this online option, then there is a paper exam available as well. The dates are listed here. So these are the dates you can find the written exam, but then you need to be physically here. So this online exam, you can be whatever you want, wherever you want. And you can use whatever material you want, except your fellow students or mom or dad or cousins or anyone. So it's just you, have to be you. How is it we can checking that? There's a tool to check that. But I'm not going to tell you that today, but trust me, we're going to use the kind of the methods to monitor who actually did the exam. All right? You don't believe me? Better believe me. Better believe me. Okay. Simulation assignment, or simulation work, this will be individually done. Yes, sir.
What if you did the online exam?
Try this. Try it work if it works. Try to speak to that mic. I don't know if it really works or not.
Yeah, I was just wondering if after doing, then you said the online exam,
Yes.
you didn't pass or you want to increase your grade, but you decided to switch to the written, is it possible?
Okay, so you do the exam and you're scoring, say, 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
And you're heavily disappointed.
Yeah.
And you wanted to improve your grade. Yes, and then you can. So then you can. There are ways to do it. So you can participate in the written exam to try to improve your grade, or you can. And then there is a special way, my favorite way, because sometimes the people feel that they don't want to go to exam, but they deserve to get the better grade. So they come to my office and ask, "Do you have a special assignment for me?" And I do. I always have. Okay, just between you and me. Don't take that, because if you think about the time and energy you have to invest to increase your grade, makes absolutely no sense. But it's always possible. And so the final way is that you come to my office and prepare to work like no limit. Okay, yeah, I hope so too. So I hope that is not going to happen. But that's possibility. Okay, so then I'm going to put this one here. All right. But let's not worry about that today. Well, let's see. It's a cat's box. Thanks. I don't know. I guess it is this one that is working at the moment. Okay, so we'll see. And by the way, the screen should be this one, so it's a little bigger than the previous one. Weekly homework. So there is a total of 19 points from 13 different tasks. if, these are the weeks that we use in this weekly homework, so it's not going to be entire class or entire course that they will be available. But they will be available particularly at the very beginning. And if you're scoring from 0 to 13, nothing will happen. But if you're scoring 14 to maximum points, then we will add this 0.25 to your final grade. But if it is only this one, you can do the math that it makes absolutely no effect. So you have to take like in-class quizzes and weekly homework together. Then they will improve your grade. Okay. So let's see here, in-class quizzes. So this is all about the Socrative. So it's a Socrative software that I'm using to ask something from you. And so it's, you just have to install the app. Please, if you haven't do it yet, please do it right now, because the first question is coming soon. Okay, so there's going to be a total of 24 points in these weeks that are listed in the slide. And it's quite simple. Typically, it's like multiple choices questions. Okay, so that's how it works. Should we give a shot that you get an idea what's the in-class quiz is? Ready? Okay, log into Socrative. This is my first question to you. Okay, I need to put the Socrative on. So, how are you doing today? 3 options. Only one is correct. I have to know, because this is how it goes. Okay. Of course, this is just playing at the very beginning, but soon it's going to be a little more serious than just a game. Hold on, I need just to put the quiz on. Okay, so it's on. So this is how it looks. You need to enter your answer, and the way so first of all, once you have the apps, the room that you need to enter is LUT. That's something very important. You have to use your student ID number when you're entering your answer. If you say, it's John, so it's me, I'm answering, so it's John that is answering, we are unable to recognize that. So you have to use your student ID number to enter your answer. Later, we will match your student ID number to your other accomplishment during the course. So the ID number is critical here. Yes, sir?
Is it the number or the Q and then the number? So the student ID.
I don't know.
There's the student number that we have, and there's the Q account that we have.
So you have two IDs.
Username that we have that begins with a Q.
Oh, not that. Not that. It's typically numbers. Numbers, I don't know how many digits. But that's your student ID. Like I think it's, but not the one with the letters, but the one with the numbers. Use that. And again, don't use your name. And never ever, this happens every year. Someone is always answering by using the BK70A0001. Okay, how the heck can I know who was that? There's no way to know that. So you have to use your student ID number. Okay. So I see the statistics here. So I see that we have today 62 students. And out of the 62, we have more than that. 55 already entered the answer. Okay, that's how it goes. And now keep this in mind. So it could be, oh my God. Is it this one or? Oh yeah, is this only this one? Now keep this in your mind. This will be, what I will be able to show you afterwards will be statistically how the answers are distributed. So I'm not able to show, okay, John was the only one answered incorrectly, others say correctly. That's not going to happen. It's just a statistical distribution, so you are safe no matter what you answer. Okay? So should we get back to that in a second? So if I continue with my slides, and then we will check like how are the scoring from this first in-class quiz. But that's how it goes. So you got the idea. I'm asking something. Typically I'm asking, okay, I'm explaining the concept, and then I'm asking, okay, how it is. So pay attention. Clear? No? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we can set the language the way to communicate. Because, particularly if there's a Finnish student, they never talk. But can we do like, okay, this is yes, and this is no. This is like confused. So which one it is? This? Okay. So we have a connection. You have a connection. You feel it? Kind of. Okay. We go back this and okay. Well, actually, because I need to check. Like, okay, now there is still 10 students that are not yet entering the answer. Please do it as soon as you can. Okay. All right, so this is how the Moodle site looked like. I don't know if you already had a time to log into Moodle, but this is a screenshot from the Moodle site. Something important you to check here. I know that the font is very small, but there is a Lexa Note Part 1 available. I think it is a good idea to print it out. Print it out, keep it with you all the time. So whenever you have some extra time, take it from your backpack or whatever you're carrying it and read it. That's my advice. Then there is instant feedback. Now, if you feel that this is really horrible course, YouTube streaming is not working out, my jokes are no good, it's just pure pain, let me know. And let me know that by using this instant feedback. So you can send your feedback to me without letting you know your name or any information about you. So you can do that completely anonymously. So use that. If you want to put your name, fine. But if it is heavy criticism, better not to. Okay. So then there's an improvement proposal for Lexa notes. That's the next item. Then there's a mathematics needed in a course. That's a collection of links. So if you're feeling shy about some of the matrix operations and you need to refresh your mind, here's the way to make it happen. And then there's a MATLAB files, which we will be using a little later. Okay, so that's how the Moodle look like. That's then how the 1 week look like. So every week there is an assignment available.